think we're live. I think we're live. Welcome to the struggle, the class war. This is a big one. Coming in live late at night. If you're just joining, hit subscribe, hit that like button, and hit the notification bell. I go live 5 days a week, every weekday. I already went live earlier today, but god damn, if this news didn't break, and I couldn't avoid going live because this is nuts. There's been speculation on Diddy for a long time. Everybody wondering, did he do it? I think now we know. Diddy's homes in Los Angeles, LA. So you have any other homes? Diddy's homes raided across the country. Across the country. And then there were reports that he took off on his private jet to Antigua. I don't know. There was a lot of reports, but let me just say this: Diddy was not on that plane, that private plane. TMZ has a video. I'm going to show you right now. TMZ's got a video of P. Diddley at the Miami airport, detained, not arrested, from the reports so far. And his kids, everybody's saying he slipped out the back door. He had a secret. The funniest thing I seen is somebody on Twitter said, he had a lever shaped like a dildo. He pulled that and went out a secret trap door. It's like a weird freak. It's like a weird, what are the gangs in Mexico? What are they called? The cartels? He's like a freak show cartel. Freak in the Sheets cartel. And they were saying that, did Diddy really dip on his kids in LA? Because he's seen the video of his kids being pulled out, put in handcuffs. Everybody getting locked up. Did you see the size of his house? Like, nobody, Diddy or not. Maybe Tupac deserves a house that big. Diddy? No way. He's got a couple of them. Waterfront in Miami. Huge one in LA. But the reports saying that he split the country are not true. I'm going to show you this video real quick.
I guess you wondered what's going to happen next, Diddy. I know.
I like how they slowed it down, slow-mo. That is the gait of a man. Remember that Family Guy episode when he said Stewie goes, he runs like a Welshman. That is the man who has the gait of somebody who just had all the homes raided. That is a stressful walk. That is the look of contemplation of whether or not he should have been on that boat to the Bahamas. That plane, the private plane to the Bahamas. Now, I linked in the comments one of the better articles pertaining to this arrest. It's by The Independent. It's called What Do We Know? Or Here's What We Know. Now, this is so wild because he's had these accusations of sex trafficking, abuse. All this stuff's been floating around. And especially on the heels of the Tupac arrest, KVD being arrested for Tupac, and, the murmurs, the allegations of him being involved in that. Now we find Diddy, Los Angeles mansion in the Holmby Homes area near Bel Air, and his Miami Beach home on the exclusive Star Island, raided in connection with federal sex trafficking investigation. according to Fox 11, who were first to report on the raid. Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of the ongoing investigation with the assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and local law enforcement. Damn, when you're getting raided and it sounds like one of those CSI shows, like HSI Los Angeles, HSI Detroit, HSI Miami, HSI New York. You got that many of the alphabet boys coming after you. Alphabet boys being the government agencies. I don't even know what HSI, Homeland Security, Intelligence. I guess it's Homeland Security something. FBI, HSI. Whew. So again, you can read the article that I'm reading. It's linked in the description. If I said comments, sorry. Diddy, who is 54, has faced a string of sexual assault allegations in recent months. In February, a male music producer accused Combs of assaulting him, forcing him to sleep with sex workers. Another lawsuit in federal court in New York. You know what? I'm not going to read all this stuff. These allegations are wild. Diddy, of course, denied them all, saying, it's a cash grab. None of them are true. Or through his lawyer, he said that. Let me say this. They don't set up this many agencies for nothing. They don't think there's any good intel or evidence. Oh, and then Diddy had a lawsuit. Was it his ex-wife? Or I don't know if it Cassie, her. I don't know if that's Diddy's ex-wife, but it says that after Combs, Sean Puffy Combs, met her, he signed her to his label when she was 19 and he was 37 in 2005. And then again, you can read the article. Again, I linked it in the description. I'm not going to read all this stuff on here, but let's just say he's looking suspect. And as much as he denied this stuff, I find it hard to believe that many agencies, that many of the alphabet boys come together to perform simultaneous raids at his two homes and have that guy pacing outside the Miami airport looking like, he's carrying a couple boulders on his back. That dude, that man looks stressed out. And just to think that I was having a horrible day. Well, I was. I'll go into that tomorrow because this is just way crazier. And the other thing people have been saying with the Cassie lawsuit is that he settled. And, if you're settling, might say something. But if that didn't say anything, this speaks very loud. And then I was reading on Twitter that some people are saying that stuff came up in the raid, tying him to the Tupac things, but I've scoured the internet. I think it's way too early to see anything that came out of that raid. But damn, if 2024 is not insane yet, when you think about how it started with Cat Williams. Now, if you didn't watch the Cat Williams interview on was it the Shannon Sharp podcast? Is that Shannon Sharp or what's his name? Who is that? Hold on. Cat Williams interview. Sugar. This thing won't type. Cat Williams. Interview 2021. Yeah, Club Shay Shay. I forgot that's what it's called. So Cat Williams did the Club Shay Shay interview, and he called everybody out. But the craziest thing, I seen the clip on Twitter. I wish I could play it for you on here. But he said, in 2024, it's all coming to light. He said these big D deviants. I don't care if you're Diddy or who. It's all coming out. And some people might have thought Cat Williams was crazy, but now this stuff is starting to make a little more sense if you doubted him. He spoke with confidence and like he knew what he was talking about. And the other amazing thing is whenever somebody says something like Cat Williams did, where he said, and if this bothers you, what I'm saying, you better think about why it's bothering you. If you're up in arms about me saying like your dirt's coming to light this year, you're going to be called out. Don't matter who you are. Don't matter how powerful you are. If that bothers you, try to think about why that bothers you. Cat Williams was on fire. Whew, doggy. He called this one. Please, Shannon Sharp and Club Shay Shay, have a follow-up interview with Cat Williams after all this, because I want to see what he has to say. Does Cat Williams have a podcast? I don't even think so. Damn. Cat Williams is going to be the mother to interview after this. So if you don't know, first of all, hit subscribe. Because if there's breaking news or something, I'll come back on the live. I'll jump on live real quick to update you, to get your thoughts. What's up, Ample Thought? I'm not going to be up for long, but hit subscribe. Hit that like button. Now, if you don't know, you're just jumping in. P. Diddy was not on that private jet flying to a island where he can't be extradited. I love the rumors on Twitter. That's the one thing that will bring me some small joy is all the wildfire gossip that burns right through Twitter. P. Diddy did not bounce on his kids and leave them in his LA home. He was actually detained outside the Miami airport. You can see TMZ's already got the video up, him pacing around. Looking like he might have crapped his pants. That dude don't look healthy. But he shouldn't, If the accusations which you can read, the Here's What We Know So Far article from The Independent that I put in the description. If those things are true, which again, the Alphabet Boys don't coordinate a raid like this for no reason, they're gonna have some kind of evidence, something more than just he said, she said. And that dude belongs in prison for a long time. And I wonder, man, the speculation on Twitter is so wild, and it's all just speculation. But reading people saying like there's already ties to the Tupac shooting and this and that, which I would not put that past him. Some of these dudes like Keefy D, they just think money puts them above the law. That that they can't be tried for the crimes of old. That they're untouchable. Which the money makes the money makes them delusional. It makes them believe that they got the lawyers, they got the jets, they got the power. And they just think they're above the law. Now, that being said, most times they are. How long did it take to put R. Kelly away? He was dating Aaliyah when she was 15 in the 90s. What was that? I forget. 97? Something around there. And R. Kelly didn't go to prison till what? 2020? Maybe? I mean, these people live a long life getting away with the most despicable stuff that normal people would just be locked up for. I bet you R. Kelly's looking forward to seeing P. Diddy in prison. And again, not arrested. They said he was detained. Ample Thought. In my opinion, the fact we're so tantalized by the lurid gossip and famous lives we can't possibly fathom is humanity's greatest waste of time. I think the gossip can just be entertaining sometimes when it comes to a high-profile case like this. Like, I'm not all for the gossip, on just your everyday BS. But listen, P. Diddy's got a track record, and he's just managed to that slimy little snake has always slithered past any accusations. And they've been coming for a while, man. It just started to heat up this past year and a half or 2 years. It's all been a blur. Jesus. Could be 3, could be 4. And people were calling him out for a long, long time. But again, a dude that powerful, right? Like the modern day Illuminati, Jay-Z, P. Diddy. That's the thing that sucks. I mean, we got left with P. Diddy and they took Biggie. They took Biggie and Pac and we got P. Diddy? Jesus. That sucks. Um, but when it comes to P. Diddy, I'll entertain the gossip all day because it's kind of funny. That's what I was getting a kick out of, man. Some of the people that were running with stuff and then the memes that come with it. The fact that everybody thought he was on a private jet to an island he couldn't be extradited while he left, where he bailed out on his kids early in the morning or was tipped off and left. I mean, that was hilarious. I didn't think it was true. A lot of people were tweeting it, but it was just like the jokes that were coming with that and the memes that were coming with that were hilarious. Um, and of course, I didn't want to jump on the live until I saw a little more information. I said, you know what? If a little more information comes out, I'm going to go live. If not, I'll talk about it tomorrow. And then as soon as they popped up with that video, how about that dude at the Miami airport filming Diddy saying, what do you think comes next, Diddy? Because you know he was deep into contemplation. He was like, shit, I should have been on that plane to a island where they can't extradite me. Oh, man. The treasure trove. If you didn't see the videos, I highly suggest, look up the articles. Don't get your information from social media. Even though social media did have some good reports. That's how I got the video of Diddy outside the Miami airport. But if you look at these raids, the obscene wealth, and again, this is the struggle. This is the class war. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I go live 5 days a week, sometimes twice a day. But I want to bring all this stuff to you because this is part of the class war. So if you look at the photos, the videos of the raid where the alphabet boys are bringing out all these cardboard boxes of intel, I think his phones were seized. I mean, they're gonna have a treasure trove of stuff to dive through. This dude's in trouble again. They don't coordinate raids across the country like this and work with multiple alphabet boy agencies if there isn't some kind of substance to the allegations. But what I noticed was like the fucking lifestyle that these people live. I can understand how they're detached from reality, how they think like these laws don't apply to me. These are plebes, these are peasants, I buy them off. That's what these wealthy people think. That's 100%. If you don't believe me, go read in the description that I posted the article about his crimes that he's alleged committing. To do some of this stuff to other humans, you got to be a bit twisted. You got to be out there. You got to have little to no regard for certain human life. And that's what it really seems like, like he's up here on this level. Everybody else is down here and he gets to do what he wants. And if you just look at the homes, the excess, there's a deep irony that I love because some of the photos were showing him dressed all in white. And of course, he's got his big Jesus chain. And it's all diamonds. And the cross is all diamonds. I always wonder if these people, when they're putting on those crosses to signify they're religious, he's dressed in all white. Oh, I believe in Jesus. Like, do you not know what Jesus said about wealthy people? Are you unaware that Jesus did not wear a diamond-studded cross? Do you know Jesus didn't have a home or carry money? I always want to ask these people because they get so glammed up. They buy these obscenely wealthy. I mean, that cross costs more than everything I own. I don't even own as much money as that diamond cross P. Diddy was wearing. I always wonder, like, what does that cross symbolize, P. Diddy? Because it don't symbolize Jesus. It don't symbolize Jesus's message. It certainly don't symbolize anything that he stood for. Is it just a flex? Is it a vapid flex of you can do this? Because I don't think anybody can say like, oh, that's sick. Jesus would love that. You know what? Are those blood diamonds? Jesus would love that. Ample thought. That's how Army Hammer got so crazy. He was born in wealth and thought he was a literal god. Well, and you see it, man. You know, that's what the fuck. Uh, that's kind of the sad thing in some of these like leaked audio tapes or and I'm sure there's gonna be leaked audio tapes. Man, let's pray that some of these alphabet boys, I mean, how come you never get like corrupt cops when you need it? Because you got to pray that some of these alphabet boys are going to leak some of these tapes to the media. Because, you know, you want to hear what this dude's saying behind closed doors. And that's exactly what happens. Sometimes you get these celebrities behind closed doors where when they're face to face with you, they're all smiles and, yeah, worship me. Yeah, oh, everything's cool. I love that you worship me. And then they close that door and they are monsters. Monsters. You know what I was watching too, Ample Thought? I know you love this one. When Ricky Gervais hosted the Golden Globes for the fifth and final time in 2020, I just happened to be watching that. I was trying to go to bed. I got to get up in a few hours. Um, I was like, you know what? It's been a rough day. I want to put on some Ricky Gervais roasting everyone in Hollywood. And my favorite part, if you haven't seen it, Ricky Gervais hosted the Golden Globes 5 times. And on the fifth one, he went into it saying, like, I don't know, NBC, I don't care. This is going to be my last time. NBC probably don't care either. He's like, just watch. And he roasts everybody. You know, he goes off on, like, one of the great jokes. He was like, man, it's so funny. Apple does this TV show called The Morning Show. And they were nominated or something. I think Jennifer Aniston was in it. And he goes, and it's about like morality and ethics and all this. And he goes, from a company, Apple, where they got sweatshops making their phones. And he's like, all of you. He's like, y'all work for Amazon, Disney, Apple. And he was like, you're all horrible. He goes, if ISIS started up a new streaming service, you all be calling your agent. And my favorite part of Ricky Gervais's 8 minutes or whatever he did roasting those celebrities is when they panned to Tom Hanks after that ISIS joke, and you could tell Tom Hanks was offended. He was like, how dare you? Don't you know I make believe for a living? Like you can tell Tom Hanks and Rita Hanks were pissed. Rita, whatever her name is, who gives a shit? And I love that because Tom is like the esteemed actor, even though he pretends to be a regular guy. You know that asshole is like, yo, I got that Woody money. Respect the game. And I think he's a dick. I think his kids are dicks. And I think Tom Hanks is a dick. I don't like Tom Hanks. And if you like him, good on you. But my proof was after Ricky Gervais told that joke. Tom Hanks looked so offended. Wasn't laughing, was seriously like, get this fucking guy off the stage. And that to me says so much. Just the reaction. Because don't ever ignore people's body language. It will tell you more than their words will. And in the beginning of that, Ricky Gervais even said, like, remember, this is all jokes. They're just jokes. They're just words. They're just jokes. Calm down. Don't take yourself so serious. And you could see Tom Hanks trying to play along until that last joke where he called out everybody's hypocrisy. How they want to come up and get an award and lecture the common people, as Ricky Gervais referred to us. The common people on, what's good for society. He was like, none of you know. You're all delusional assholes. Come up here, accept the award, thank you, God, and fuck off. And that's exactly how he says it. So if you haven't seen Ricky Gervais 2020 Golden Globes, go watch it. Ample thought. Ricky Gervais is a lesson. He talked about Harvey Weinstein, said, I know he's your friend. Shut up. I don't care. Yes. When he made the Weinstein joke and everyone went, oh, and he goes, I know, he's your friend. Shut up. So good. And I love that through the whole thing, he said, who cares? My last time. So do yourself a favor. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. All right. I got to wrap this up. I think I'm going to stay on top of this Diddy thing. This diddly thing. Did he do it? What do you think? What the fuck's going on here? Do you think he did it? Do you think everybody's innocent until proven guilty, except for poor people who are guilty until proven innocent? I think there's a lot of things pointing to Diddy being one messed up individual. Not only that, but his body language. When he was walking outside that Miami airport, just the way he walked, kind of looked like an anteater. Yeah, he did it. Ample thought. Again, the Alphabet Boys do not coordinate that well to perform a cross country raid if they don't have something. Diddy better be sweating. And I hope he gets what's coming to him, you know? If he did these things, and it can be proven, because there's a lot of people in the wake of these allegations that had their lives destroyed, been called out, been said they're just money hungry, they're looking for a payday. That's the worst thing, you know? These people who are speaking out, and there might be other victims, and they got to go first, and they got to, you know, be courageous to speak out against one of the most powerful people in the world, at least in that industry, and being in that industry to speak out. I mean, you know, just like Weinstein, man. Like, people didn't want to speak out because they wanted to work. And, you know, salute to the people who do speak out, because we need those people. But they come under major scrutiny. And you're going against high-powered, wealthy people who have, you know, everything to lose. So they'll come after you. Whew. So, I mean, it's a gnarly, gnarly story. All joking aside. That anteater walking around outside of the Miami airport. I hope he was more than detained, you know? All right. And all of them need a magistrate judge. Oh, like you said, ATF, FBI, HSI, that was the other one that raided them. All need a magistrate judge to sign off on the evidence for a raid. Yeah, correct. Like, they can't just... they can't be like, we think we're going to raid these homes. Like, they got to... Well, not only that, but I think it came from New York, too. I think the lawsuit was in New York. So you're talking about, you know, interstate raid coordination. I don't even know what that looks like, you know, but they got to have multiple agencies, multiple people to sign off and to make that happen. That is huge. That's why I jumped on the live, because I was like, this is nuts. And then his plane just happened to be going to the Bahamas at the same time. I thought that was, like, if he was on a plane to an island, I was like, yo, this dude is absolutely guilty. Maybe not. Maybe he's like OJ, and he just wanted to go for a ride in a white Bronco Jetstream. Was Al Cowlings driving? That's an old joke. Interagency coordination. Yeah. Yeah, that's very huge. You're right, Amplethorpe. Like, that is not... that don't happen on a whim. Let's just say. Like, they weren't like, what do you guys want to do tonight? That was planned. Well planned out. Well executed. I can't tell if I feel bad for his kids. I cannot tell. His kids were put in handcuffs, probably just to keep them, you know, from flushing all the phones. I'm sure they had explicit directions from their dad. If anybody comes in, here's the burn pile. So I don't know how I feel about them. Innocent bystanders or, you know, conspiracists. Would that be the word? I don't know. All right. Thanks for joining me. If you're new to the channel, I'm Rob. This is The Struggle, the class war. And believe me, P. Diddy is part of the class war. If you don't think he orchestrates people to not get paid, those are the other things that I've heard about him. Him, you know, basically getting people out of their money, out of contract, like just scummy stuff. Scummy stuff. So he is definitely one to oppress and, you know, take advantage, even Big. I mean, as much as he says, you know, he'll be missing you, Big, he totally took advantage of Big. Marilyn Manson, Harvey Spacey, I don't care who it is, they should all be in prison. Yeah. Well, let's see, because, I mean, we knew R. Kelly was guilty for a long time. And that dude took, what, almost 30 years to go to prison? I wonder if P. Diddy will do an interview. That's what I want to see. Cat Williams interviewing P. Diddy. That would make this year a little bit better for me, because it's been a crappy one. All right, I gotta go. This is the class war, the struggle. Hit subscribe, free for you, means the world to me. If you have subscribed, I thank you so much. It's been a devastating couple of weeks, month for my family. We've been going through some trying times, and one of the silver linings is seeing people join the family, seeing people subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell, because if I go live late at night or early in the morning, you get notified. You can join the conversation. Yeah, I gotta go to rest. I gotta go rest. I gotta get up in a couple hours. So peace. Salute to all you who have subscribed. Thank you very much, and we'll talk tomorrow. I'll be back on the live tomorrow, especially if anything breaks. God dang. If they leak anything, I have the audio. I'm going to have everything, because this is nuts. So we'll pay attention to the story. I'm so curious to find out if they find anything related to the Tupac murder in his homes, in a vault. I'm sure he has like an underground vault or something, like Fortnite. All right. Salute. Peace.